Hello, welcome to some more Zoids Battle Legends. Last time, we began the tournament mode. This time around, we'll be going up against Stroller in the Elephander and Pierce in the Rev Raptor. So, let's just begin. Yes, we're still using the Berserk Fury, because why the hell not? Rawr. Start with dealing with the Rev Raptor. And there goes the Rev Raptor. Rev Raptor's down. Next up is the Elephander. Yeah, the Rev Raptor is a very squishy Zoid, as opposed to the Elephander, which is, well, tankier. One of the perks of the Ultra Z. Motherfucker. And there we go. I think I broke his tail. Oops. And cash money. Alright. Next up. Who are we up against? Big Cloud and Lena Tauros, rocking Liga Zero Jaeger, and Gun Sniper. But since this is Lena Tauros, it's not a regular Gun Sniper. Okay, so, in case anyone's wondering what exactly I mean by that, so, Lena doesn't use the Gun Sniper the way you're supposed to use it. I did not give you any weapons. Holy shit, I just realized. Hold on, let's fix that. Where is the Griffon? Give you this. Alright. Shit, I just scrolled right past it. There we go. Boom. Look at this thing. So yeah, Lena doesn't use a Gun Sniper the way you're supposed to. Basically, by the way, here's the map. Basically, I don't know why it says D-Bison Lena here when that's clearly a Gun Sniper. So, a little something about Lena's Gun Sniper in particular. So, the Gun Sniper is a Zoid that specializes in sniping. It's meant to keep its distance and use that butt tail of a sniper rifle to pick off the enemies from a distance. As you can guess, that is not what Lena uses the Gun Sniper for. Lena's mindset with the Gun Sniper is to just slap all kinds of, like, weaponry on it. We're talking weasel unit, chain guns, missile pods, the works. Basically, the exact opposite of how you're supposed to use a Gun Sniper. Don't believe me? This is what it looks like. Yeah, this is what Lena's rocking. Just this dinky ass Zoid with so much like ballistic weaponry, despite the fact that it was clearly intended to just for sniping purposes, hence the name. Don't believe me? This is what a gun sniper normally looks like. Normal. Armored with the Wild Weasel unit. So, yeah. But a gun sniper is still a gun sniper. By the way, yes, that is something that does happen in the show. She ends up ditching the D-Bison for the gun sniper. For some reason. Hey. That's the kind of stuff in Mecha that you just don't see nowadays. And there goes Lena's gun sniper. Alright, that's taken care of. Next up, Liger Zero Jaeger. One of the Liger Zero's armors, with the Jaeger's specialty being in speed, hence the boosters. So yeah, that's basically the shtick with the Liger Zero. Ah! Get off me. And there goes Liger Zero Jaeger. The first of Liger Zero's alternate armors. We're going to see the other two later on. Those being Schneider and Panzer. Boom. Cashman. That was an A rank. Bullshit. Whatever. Next up, Chris and Kelly Tasker. Rocking the lightning sykes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Again with the lightning sykes. Like I said, I'm not personally a fan of the lightning sykes. At least in this game, at least. The lightning sykes outside of this game is a cool looking Zoid. I'll admit that. But in this game, fuck me, is the lightning sykes the epitome of style over substance. See, lightning sykes number 1, lightning sykes number 2. And we're in the city this time. So yeah, like I said in the last part, the problem with the lightning sykes is that it is essentially a glass cannon. It is incredibly fast, and it does a good amount of damage, but its main drawback is that it is squishy as all hell. Like, goddamn is this thing made out of tissue paper. In fact, despite what the guides suggest, I actually don't use the lightning sykes, like, ever. At least on repeat playthroughs. I used to use it on my first playthrough, but on repeat playthroughs, I don't even bother with the lightning sykes. I just don't. Speaking of lightning sykes, here's number 1. It should be noted that both of these lightning sykes are... Ow. Ow. Fuck off. By the way, I can't tell who's who. I should probably help out Vega here. And there we go. There goes the 2 lightning sykes. So yeah. For this strategy, my only strategy for this game would be to just get whatever Zoid you like and then just wail on them. Just pummel the shit out of them. Oh look, S rank. Nice. Go to the next battle. God damn, the translation this is botched. And Battle 8. Harry and Mary Champ rocking the Dark Horn, rocking a black and gold color scheme, and a red Iron Kong. Let's see. You know what? I think we should get another Zoid for this part. The one that I'm thinking we should obtain is this Mamma Jamma right here. The Goldless Giga. Look at this guy. Big and beefy. Alrighty. Color schemes for this guy. We're not going to use the Giga, just wanted to have one. Here's a Goldless the Ogre color, for some reason. An all-white color. A Transformers Predacon color for the Giga. Yeah, for some reason I was trying to figure out what the hell this color scheme was supposed to be. But then it just hit me. I think this is supposed to be a reference to a re-release of Transmetal Megatron for, I believe it was Transformers Energon, where it was just called Predacon, and this was the color scheme it rocked. We're going to go with the black and blue color scheme, since I think this looks pretty cool. The little shadowy color scheme. Now give me back my Fury. Weapons for the Goldless. Missile pods, more missiles, cannons, and for some reason the weapon binder. Yeah, apparently the Goldless Giga can equip the weapon binders. Let's see, the map. Darkhorn, Iron Kong. There's us. Here we go. Boom. Rawr. So, the Iron Kong's a bit annoying because it has an active camo. The Darkhorn, not so much. Though it is a bit of a pain in the ass to hit because it's low to the ground. And you will find that the Iron Kong does make a beeline after you. Like, the Iron Kong just straight up doesn't bother going after your teammate. There goes Darkhorn. And speaking of, there it goes. Ah, fuck off. Yeah, one of the more pain in the ass aspects of when Zoids turn invisible is that they become really hard to hit. Ow. Luckily, since active camo is a option part, it'll be on cooldown. Let's see. And so, and there goes the Iron Kong. And our score? That much. Next battle, which will be reserved for the next part. Until then, I probably want to show what Zoids I have available. Big Cloud and Jamie, despite in the Liger Zero Schneider and the Goldless. Yeah, for some reason in this game, Jamie is called Jimmy. which really tells you how fucked this translation actually is. This was the early 2000s, so like dubbing and translations weren't the best at the time, as opposed to nowadays. Let's see. We're at a base. Legazero Schneider, which is the second of Legazero's alternate armors. And Jamie is rocking the Gojulus for some reason. So, a little something about Battle Legends. While I'm here, I might as well just talk about this. So Battle Legends doesn't have any flying Zoids. Well, sort of. There are Zoids that canonically are supposed to be able to fly, like the Sea Striker, for example, or the Pteramander. However, they only hover in this game. Flying Zoids wouldn't be added until the game after this one, Zoids vs. 3. Yeah, you didn't know that. You probably didn't know that, but Battle Legends is actually the middle part of a trilogy. Let that sink in. It's the middle part of a trilogy. So, the game before this was called Zoids vs. 1. It was only ever released in Japan, and I don't recommend playing it, because from what I've seen, it is jank. As in, stick up the ass jank. Like, fuck me. Like, any negative shit that I say about Battle Legends in later parts, I will say this. They are worse in Zoids vs. 1. Holy shit, did that game age like milk. It aged like fucking goat milk in a hot car. So, yeah, don't bother with Zoids vs. 1. Zoids vs. 3, by contrast, is the game after this one. And arguably, 3 is considered the best in the trilogy, which isn't really saying much, considering by that point, Zoids was pretty much dead in the States. And Zoids Genesis underperformed in Japan. So, there's that. Anyway, so in Zoids vs. 3... So, with Zoids vs. 3, they added Flying Zoids proper. In the show, New Century Zero, Jamie drives or rides a Zoid known as the Terrace, initially early on. However, for at some point in the show, I'm trying to remember, it's been a while. Lena's dad ends up selling the Terrace for her crap, what was the name of the other one? I don't remember. For a different Zoid, essentially. So a different, like, Pterosaur Zoid. I don't remember the name of it right now. I know it's not the Storm Sorter. It's not the Storm Sorter, and not the Pteramander. Raynos, that was the one. It just hit me. So, Dr. Tauros, who is Lena's dad, sells Jamie's Terrace for a Raynos, much to Jamie's dismay. Reason being is because Jamie doesn't want to use the Raynos because it reminds him of an incident that occurred with his own dad. An incident that nearly kills the old bastard, by the way. Note how I said nearly kills the old bastard. Needless to say, while he does survive, it ends up traumatizing the kid to the point where he never wants to go anywhere near a Raynos ever again. Take a guess what ends up happening. He ends up riding the Raynos, And this ends up unlocking a alternate personality for Jamie called the Wild Eagle, where he basically becomes like some hotshot badass and soaring through the sky, like as if it was Top Gun. Or the opening scene from Revenge of the Sith, since I've never seen Top Gun. So yeah, of course, the Reynos is not in this game. The Reynos, as well as the Terrace, Zabat, Head, and Storm Sorter, would be in Zoids vs. 3, the game after this one. So instead, they plopped him in the Gojulus for some reason. Even though he never went anywhere near a Gojulus at any point in New Century Zero. Yeah, and that'll be a good time to mention that this game hasn't really aged well compared to its contemporaries at the time. Speaking of Zoids that are meant to fly, the Griffin, Fusor Dragon, yeah, so the Griffin is another one of those Zoids that is supposed to fly. Same goes with the Fusor Dragon and the Chimera Dragon and Lord Gale. Instead, they all just hover. Though, I'll be honest with you, they probably have the best control. The hovering Zoids probably have like the best controls out of all the Zoids in this game, because one of my issues with Battle Legends is the controls. Not so much how the controls, not so much the control scheme itself. I think the control scheme itself is fine. By the way, here's a funny looking color scheme for the dragon, or Chimera Dragon. Look at this. Go sky blue, purple, a jet black, which looks pretty badass. But I'll stick with the default red here. Fuse our dragon. But more so how the controls feel. You don't really notice this in the version I'm playing, which is the emulator version. Like, on screen it might seem like the game's controls are smooth. That's because, A, I'm controlling hovering Zoids, i.e. the Berserk Fury. By the way, this is what the Griffin normally looks like. Here's an alternate color scheme that references its components. And here's my preferred color scheme. By the way, I think I should mention this. Lotus. This is one of Liger Zero's alternate armors, by the way, but it never shows up in the show. The Liger Zero X. It's gonna give it to you. But yeah, my issue with this game is that the controls for this game they feel stiff. Like they feel like less like you're controlling a giant robot animal and more like a glorified tank with legs. And it's not really noticeable on the emulator version because the game runs, shockingly enough, better on an emulator than it does on original hardware. Shockingly. But on original hardware, the game chugs. And when I say chugs, it chugs. You're not going to notice it in the tournament mode, for obvious reasons. But you will notice some instances where you can tell that that would be a place where the game would indeed chug. But we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, that's going to be it for this part of Zoids Battle Legends. A shorter part, but then again, these parts are going to be quite short to make up for the fact that Cyber Sleuth is going to be way longer. So it sort of evens out in that regard. if you enjoyed this part and my little rambles about a dumb series with giant robot animals, feel free to like and subscribe. And while you're at it, check out my non-gaming content over on Blue Sky and Tumblr. Actually, wait, I think I got that backwards. Tumblr and Blue Sky. I funnily enough recently finished one of my works that features giant robot animals, so you can also check that out as well. So until then, see you all next time for some more Zoids Battle Legends, where we wrap up the New Century Zero tournament. The easiest of the tournaments. So, see you all then. Bye.